When couples consider IVF, one of the first questions they ask is whether embryo quality really determines success. It sounds like a simple question, but IVF is rarely simple. I'm Dr. Aniruddha Malpani, and I want to explain this clearly, honestly, and without creating false hope or unnecessary fear. At first glance, embryo grading seems logical. A high quality day 5 blastocyst, what we call a 3AA embryo, has a higher chance of implantation than a lower grade embryo such as a 1BB. This is true. Better looking embryos with better structure and development generally have better implantation rates. Clinics all over the world see this pattern repeatedly. But here's the part most patients don't hear clearly enough. These success rates are based on statistics, and statistics apply to groups of embryos, not to individual patients. If you take 10 excellent embryos, the chance that at least one will implant is higher than if you take 10 poor quality embryos. That's probability, that's population data. But as a patient, you are not a statistic. You are transferring one embryo at a time. And patients don't experience percentages or probabilities. For you, the outcome is binary. Either the embryo implants or it doesn't. This is where IVF becomes unpredictable and humbling, even for experienced doctors. I have seen perfect looking embryos fail to implant, and I have seen average or even poor looking embryos result in healthy pregnancies and normal babies. Embryo grading helps us estimate chances, but it does not predict destiny. A 3AA embryo is not a guarantee of success. A 1BB embryo is not a guarantee of failure. IVF is biology, not mathematics, and biology does not always behave the way we expect it to. What's important for patients to understand is that once an embryo implants, its original grade no longer matters. The baby does not care whether the embryo was labeled 3AA or 1BB. If implantation occurs and the pregnancy progresses normally, the outcome can be a perfectly healthy child. So instead of obsessing over embryo grades, patients should focus on the things that truly matter. Was the IVF done competently? Was the lab quality good? Was the embryo transfer gentle and atraumatic? Were unnecessary tests and add ons avoided? These factors often matter far more than a single letter or number on an embryo grading report. IVF requires realism, not superstition. Hope, but not hype. If you've had a failed IVF cycle or if you're confused by embryo grades and success rate claims, guessing will not help. Blaming yourself will not help either. That's why I've created an IVF chatbot to help patients get clear, unbiased answers. You can upload your medical reports, ask specific questions, and understand whether your treatment was appropriate, what could be improved, and what your next steps should be. It's private, safe, and available 24/7. If you want clarity instead of confusion, stop guessing, start asking better questions.